So there is something that been on my spirit that I did like to share with everybody. On Wednesday this week I went for fellowship and my pastor called or mentioned some of the books that one should read. Now I think one of the books is was Drawing Near by God by John Bevere. So I think yesterday I was reading the book. I was going through the book. I was reading it actually, jotting down some points. Something struck me in the spirit. You can be a born again Christian and you don't know God though. This is very, very scary, but that's the truth. You can be a born again Christian and you do not even have any encounter with God. What you're just feeling maybe is maybe atmosphere or the Holy Ghost. But you don't really, if someone asks you, have you had an encounter with God? This God that you're calling up and down. Do you have an encounter with Him? Let me give you an example. Do you know that one of the reasons why the Israelites were cursing out on Moses when they were in the wilderness on their way out of Egypt was because they were not the ones that had the encounter with God. It was Moses. Period to that, Moses had no reason to leave Egypt. Aside from the fact that he was an Israelite, that he was in the palace, he was well fed, he was well trained or educated. He was not part of the people being enslaved or anything. But do you know why he had the audacity or the guts to want to leave? Because he had an encounter with God. He had this personal. He saw the burning bush. So that's why even when they were on the wilderness, he never ever lost his faith at any point or something like that. But the Israelite did because they were not part of the people that had encounter with God. So that's why as Christians, many times a lot of us lose faith in one way or the other because we do not really know God for ourselves. We just know God as a general, okay, God is this, God is that. But if someone call you now and stand you up and stood you up and ask, what do you know about this God? Like personally, an encounter, what will you say? In fact, it's a general questions for everybody because even me now, which I will talk. We all claim to be born again Christian, this, da, 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 da. Do we really, really know God? Do we have an encounter with God? And that's why many times as Christians, when we face challenges or in pain or maybe things come up, we start doubting God. We start being confused. We start regretting a lot of our we start regretting why am I a born again Christian? I don't need this, I don't have that. Because we never really got to know God for ourselves. We just know God from maybe our pastor or the preachings or the sermons or the priest. Guy. Now this is, let's say, your sign or a sign for you to actually sit down, calm down, and think. Yes, I know God is this, I know God is that, but what is my own personal encounter? Like, for me, what is my own personal encounter? So that's all I did like to share. Thank you.